યુએનમાં પાકિસ્તાનનો પર્દાફાશ, ઇસ્લામોફોબિયાના કાલ્પનિક રાગ પર ભારતના આકરા પ્રહારો। સંયુક્ત રાષ્ટ્રની મહાસભામાં ભારતે પાકિસ્તાન દ્વારા ફેલાવવામાં આવતા ઇસ્લામોફોબિયાના ભ્રામક અને કાલ્પનિક કિસ્સાઓની કઠોર શબ્દોમાં નિંદા કરી છે। ભારતીય પ્રતિનિધિએ સ્પષ્ટપણે જણાવ્યું કે પાકિસ્તાન આંતરરાષ્ટ્રીય સ્તરે ખોટા તથ્યો રજૂ કરી વિશ્વને ગેરમાર્ગે દોરવાનો પ્રયાસ કરી રહ્યું છે। આ દરમિયાન રમજાનના પવિત્ર માસમાં અફઘાનિસ્તાન પર કરવામાં આવેલા હવાઈ હુમલાઓનો ઉલ્લેખ કરી ભારતે પાકિસ્તાનના બેવડા ધોરણો અને આતંકવાદી માનસિકતાને ખુલ્લી પાડી છે। ભારતની પ્રાચીન સંસ્કૃતિ અને લોકશાહી મૂલ્યોનું વિશ્લેષણ કરતા પ્રતિનિધિએ ભારપૂર્વક કહ્યું કે ભારત 4 મુખ્ય ધર્મોની જન્મભૂમિ છે અને અહીં તમામ સંપ્રદાયો શાંતિપૂર્ણ રીતે સહઅસ્તિત્વ ધરાવે છે। વૈશ્વિક મંચ પર એ બાબત રેખાંકિત કરવામાં આવી કે જે દેશ પોતાના લઘુમતીઓ પર અત્યાચાર ગુજારે છે તેને ધાર્મિક સહિષ્ણુતા પર બોલવાનો કોઈ નૈતિક અધિકાર નથી। પાકિસ્તાન દ્વારા સીમા પાર આતંકવાદને પ્રોત્સાહન આપવાની નીતિ જ પ્રાદેશિક અસ્થિરતાનું મુખ્ય કારણ હોવાનું ભારતે મક્કમતાથી જણાવ્યું છે।
My delegation strongly condemns violence and hatred in the name of religion, regardless of the religion under question. As a nation where followers of virtually every major world religion coexist peacefully, and a nation that has given birth to 4 major world religions, namely Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, India, more than any other country, is acutely aware of the need for a world free from religious discrimination. The philosophy of Sarva Dharma Samabhava, implying equal respect for all religions, has been the civilizational way of life for India and one that inspired the secular ethos of the Indian Constitution. Chair, history bears repeated witness to how the politicization of religion does not solve and resolve grievances. However well-intentioned, they risk lending legitimacy to precisely this kind of selective, polarizing narratives that breed further division. The United Nations was conceived as an institution that transcends religion, culture, and politics. Its credibility rests on universality and impartiality. We therefore urge caution against frameworks that exclusively focus on one faith without addressing the broader phenomenon of religiophobia in all its manifestations. This is why the 1981 Declaration on the Elimination of All Forms of Intolerance and of Discrimination based on Religion or Belief remains, in our view, a very balanced and enduring instrument that enshrines the rights of all religious followers without privileging any. The United Nations' greatest contribution to peace and human dignity lies in its efforts to maintain international peace and security, bringing everlasting peace in conflict situation, its development work and humanitarian action, and its promotion of universal human rights, work that is conducted without regard to the faith of those it serves. Global public goods, like sunshine, should be available to one and all, irrespective of affiliations. The UN has built its credibility through tireless work on conflict resolution, poverty alleviation, and protection of civilians. We urge the UN to remain anchored to this founding spirit. I stress that it is important for the UN to take note of the rising trend and dangers of weaponizing religious identity and instrumentalizing it to serve narrow political ends, by state and non-state actors alike. India's western neighbor is an excellent example of fabricating imaginative tales of Islamophobia in their neighborhood. One wonders what would brutal repression of Ahmadiyas in this country be termed, or the large-scale refoulement of the helpless Afghans or air-bombing campaigns in this holy month of Ramadan. India is home to more than 200 million Muslims, one of the largest Muslim populations in the world. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation, which our western neighbor has systematically attempted to weaponize against India, has repeatedly made false and baseless allegations against my country. Muslims in India, including those in Jammu and Kashmir, elect their own representatives to speak for them. The only phobia evident here appears to be directed against a multicultural and peaceful coexistence that all communities in India enjoy, including Muslim communities. Such narratives run counter to India's fundamental ethos and reflect instead the sectarianism and the terrorist mentality that this country has perpetuated since its inception. That is the real issue at hand. As we observe the International Day to combat Islamophobia, India reaffirms its commitment to a world free from religious hatred and violence in all its forms. We urge the UN to channel its time and limited resources towards building inclusive societies grounded in equality, dignity, and the rule of law for every individual of every faith. Thank you, Chair.